Alright, Cheftorious, episode 17, live on a beautiful Wednesday. So happy to be here. We had Chef Nadia from UK, My Rude Food. There
Hiya.
she is. Hi, Nadia.
Hiya.
How we doing today?
Yeah, good. You?
Wonderful. I'm doing wonderful as well. I'm on my little mid-shift break here. I did my little breakfast for my kids group this morning, and dinner is prepped and ready to go. They're happy. They're excited about the spaghetti they're having tonight. Spaghetti and
Nice.
meatballs tonight. Yeah, so yeah, we're thrilled. I'm ready to look forward to dinner service tonight. But of course, my grandest pleasure of the day is to have you as a guest on Cheftorious. Thank you for coming today, Nadia.
That's okay.
Um, let's start off with, please just introduce yourself to our viewers and the Cheftorious fans. Tell them who you are and where you're from.
Okay, so I'm Nadia, my rude food. I'm from England. Started my channel just because I have a chronic pain condition and I was trying to improve my health through food, keeping a food diary, lost over 40 pounds and was
Wow.
just documenting it through real food and it just grew. It was a fluke. It just, yeah, it's just grown and grown and yeah, and now I'm hoping it will grow even further, but who knows?
Oh, it should go. It should go extremely far. I mean, you and I have been dealing online as friends for a while now, and
Yeah,
I've been watching you grow for a while. You grow on a regular basis,
yeah.
and the people love. We love what you're posting.
Oh,
So
thank you.
keep it up. That's a wonderful inspirational story on your medical condition and how you really came into this through that to
Yeah.
heal and better yourself. Can you touch more on that? How are things more
Yeah,
these
so
days?
the condition I basically in 2001 I had an operation that triggered a neurological issue and it causes constant pain, sleep deprivation, movement irritates the condition. So the more I move, the more it hurts, but you need to move to manage it. So exercising is really, really hard. So food is the answer to keeping trimmer. I could still lose a bit of weight, but I'm much better than I was. You know, it's all good. Like compared to where I was, it's good. And managing it through food really helps because anti-inflammatory diet really helps for me. And eating real food as opposed to anything processed. So I try and
Right.
stick to organic where I can so that there's not so much chemicals. But mainly it's about knowing what's in your food. And that's my whole thing
Yeah.
is real food, nothing that's
Real
from a
food.
packet. I just,
Oh,
yeah, try and make it all from scratch.
from scratch. Yeah, yeah. We're
Yeah,
doing the best we can.
exactly.
Wow. Hey, everybody, light up the heart button for Nadia on that. She overcame this thing and she's
Yeah.
marching forward. And I mean, let me
Yeah.
tell you, if you guys got some questions about that, I suggest you get your questions ready because what she has done is phenomenal and she keeps
Oh,
doing it. We know how hard it is to stick to a dietary plan, to eat the necessary foods that we
yeah.
need to be healed. It's very difficult to do that. So
Yeah.
all the
It's
all the
about
applause
changing your
to you.
relationship with food as well, because I think particularly when you're ill, you can use food as a comfort. We all do that all the time. I love comfort food. I love that, you know, the memories and everything. But
Yeah.
it's remembering that it's not just for me. I'm a foodie, so it's not just fuel. I like food. I love texture. I love layering flavors. But actually, when you're trying to be healthy, spice can be your friend. It's about knowing what spices to use to amp up the flavor, so you can cut down the fat, but still
Right.
have that real flavor and texture and everything
You
else.
right. You get what I like to call it the gem of the food. It's the
Exactly.
gem of the food.
Yeah.
Like we feel guilty for it, but it is the absolute treasure of the
Yeah.
food.
It really
Um,
is. Yeah. It really
I'm
is.
glad you mentioned spicy. Can we talk about that spicy
Yeah.
curry chicken that you just posted?
Oh, I'm mixed heritage and I don't know my dad, but the way that I
Okay,
connect to my ancestors is again through the food. And
absolutely.
because I'm mixed race and I've got Iranian bits and Indian bits and English bits, you know, child of the world. So I
Child
like,
of the world.
you know, I like to tune into different flavors and explore different different cultures through food, and spice for me is so key with that. And so the curry that I made, it's turmeric, which is great anti-inflammatory. It's got cumin in, which gives that earthy flavour. It's got chili, which is so good for getting your metabolism going. Garlic and ginger, and it's just good with the organic chicken, and lots of tomatoes. Tomatoes are great for me because they are inflammatory, but I think it's about the balance. It's finding the balance always between the up outweighing the down, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So,
and with all those lovely spices and all the benefits from those spices, I would imagine that you know, a lot of the dishes you make are also detoxifying in a way.
absolutely,
Right.
Yeah, like I have a smoothie every morning. That's my breakfast thing. It is always a smoothie, and that's packed with, like, they say you should have 5 a day. I think on average, I probably it's unusual for me not to have 10 vegetables.
Oh, listen, that is big ups right there. Talk about staying on the health, but also going above and beyond.
And,
You know,
I just think it's good for you. I'm cutting down on meat, especially red meat, but I won't cut it out altogether. I will always have the best quality I can afford, organic, and less of it because I'm mindful of the planet. But equally, I know that for me, I need that balance. I need that protein, and it's finding the spices and upping the vegetables where you can. Everything is about balance, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you don't have that proper balance, like you said from the beginning, it will throw everything off of whack. I mean, even for myself, like right now, I'm very imbalanced with my sleeping. I'm finding myself waking up a lot in the middle of the night again. Well, for me, I'm eating too much dinner. My dinner is too heavy. I know
that was
that
one of the
happens
things
to
I
me.
switched up for sure. Yeah.
Right. So now, you know, and also I moved from one side of my country in the United States. I moved to the other side. I've been here about a month now, but I'm still noticing there are some changes I'm still adjusting to.
Yeah, that's it.
So through the food, like you said, through the food is where I will find my
kiwi for your sleep. Seriously, kiwi
more
really helps.
protein.
No, kiwi for your sleep. It is one of the things that can really help. Kiwi and magnesium are two things that increasing those things have helped me a lot with sleep.
Kiwi and magnesium. Okay, I'm going to write that down.
Seriously, yeah.
Because I can't afford to forget that. I miss my good night sleeps.
Yeah.
and we need that. So
we
kiwi
really
and magnesium, I will search that up. Thank you, Miss Nadia. I appreciate you.
That's okay.
Hey, I always had this question. Is it really, really just a big old drip, pour, crying, rainy type of season in the UK? Is it always that way? I hear it's always wet and nasty over there. How is your weather really?
See, what's strange about England, and not the whole of Britain, but England specifically, is like, so example, yesterday, in the course of 24 hours, there was torrential rain, then there was sunshine, then there was hailstones, then there was sunshine again, and then it went grey.
Okay.
So
say less. That explains it all. That explains it all. It is literally just the twilight zone over there.
You can have 4 seasons in one day, and the thing is, a lot of British people, not all, but a lot of British people tend to remember the bad parts, not the good parts. So we do get sunshine, but the rain is more memorable because it makes life harder. I feel like we're actually, I love it because of the water, the rain makes the garden so green and I'm a positive person. So if you're positive, then you look at the flowers and you think, well, we wouldn't have that without the rain.
Right. There you go with that positivity. You got to find the bright side. Everything has a bright side. It's not all dark, you know. You can't cast shadow on everything.
No, and being in pain, like, so for me, I was 24 years old and having the operation that triggered the pain changed my whole life. So I was already quite a positive person and I'd been through crap like we all have, but I realised quite quickly there was a choice. I could either sink and just be desperately unhappy, or I can choose to, you know, it's so kind of, it's a cliche, but you can find joy in the little things. And if you choose to do that, it's you that benefits and everybody around you that benefits. It's so important. And whether that's about food or the weather or your life, the more positive you are, the more you and everybody else benefits. And it helps you cope with the pain. It really does, you know. And whatever pain, everybody's in pain to some extent, whether it's grief or, you know, work-life balance or whatever it is. We all experience drama and trauma and pain, but it's how you cope with it. And I really think if you're lucky enough to be able to choose positivity, do it.
Do it. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, that you just made my blood pressure lower some more with that right there, because I'm about the positive and trying to see the good in everything, and it does. It helps as we grow older. You know, the one thing that's very important to me in my life is blood pressure. You know, I'm a type 2 diabetic, so I really got to be careful with my blood pressure. And I've come, my way of seeing the light of, you got to recognize the positive in everything. My way came through having problems with my heart condition, diabetes, and you know, adjusting the food, and then learning. Literally, I had to talk to a therapist several times a week to be able to get the knowledge and then have the mental strength to say, wait a minute, no, that one little thing, that's not gonna make my whole day bad.
No.
And then apply that to everything else.
Absolutely.
As long as you work at it, and you'll get there. You know what I mean? I want to have the glow you got. You got this such amazing glow right now, and it's like nothing can shed a storm on you right now. That's the way it seems. And from your posts, and sometimes I see on your posts how you're talking about you might be having a bad day that day, but there, I always love the but.
Yeah.
Something that you write, whatever you used, made your day glow.
That's
we need that spread across the world. We need more people like that.
Oh, thank you. But I think the reason I talk about the pain openly, and I talked about my divorce as well, is because I want to keep it real. I don't want to be this fake happy. Actually, I'm happy whilst I'm going through crap. I'm happy. I'm finding happiness. I'm choosing happiness. And I have dark days. Of course I do. But I also... Joy is my middle name, literally my middle name, and literally, and and I do consciously choose joy wherever I possibly can. And if you know, so when I was a little girl, I learned to cook really young. My mum didn't like to eat. She had a bad relationship with food. She just wasn't a fan. And so because of that, I learned to cook really, really young. Cooked my first full Christmas dinner when I was about 10. And and from really, really young, when I was putting anything in the oven or pouring in ingredients, I'd say in my head, Geronimo, right? Geronimo meant about the love. It was that secret ingredient.
Okay.
And
Geronimo.
I don't know why. I was baby, but it still sticks because it's that. You know, that gift of cooking, that gift of creating for somebody, nourishing. You're literally getting to nourish them. You know, I've got friends who don't like to cook, and they say, "Oh, it's too much effort. It you know, people just eat it." Yeah, people eat something that you made. You get to give them that gift.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful? Yes, that's my favorite part about it is that we are literally. I can never get over it. That's the best thing you can do for the next human being is to feed them.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you could do for them. I think what we do is literally, it's the best job in the world. The most satisfying job in the world. Even if you don't do it for a profession, just to do it at home, it's got to be one of the most gratifying things you could do.
But the thing is, there's so much that's incorporated into it, because even obviously I'm not doing it professionally at the moment. Maybe one day, I hope. But at the moment... At the moment, I'm just doing it for friends, but there's so much that goes into it, because I listen when people are talking about the food that they love, or they like a spice, or somebody doesn't like strawberries, or whatever it might be. And so then when they come, I love to create the thing that I know, because I've listened, And the listening
Yeah.
is part of it, the whole process. It's that whole thing that goes into it. And, you know, I think writers have it as well. There are other professions and gifts that you can give, but food it's such an instant thing where,
Right.
you know, making it look good on the plate, layering the flavour, layering the texture, layering the love. It's just a straightforward exchange of joy.
Yes, yes.
Nourishment.
And I'm going to give you a clear heads up. I am totally stealing that line. Layering the love.
Yeah.
I love that. Layer the love.
Yeah.
We're making food, layer the love. I really like that. Hit the heart button. Y'all hit that heart button for layer the love. Nadia, you heard it first on Cheftorious with Nadia. That's Nadia's saying, and we're going to commit to that.
Use it.
So during our process of talking about getting you on the show, I came to find out that you are a big lover of, let's say, 90s, new millennium hip hop and R&B,
I mean,
huh?
I just love music. I'm a weirdo when it comes to music because I love everything from like Puccini, like classical, to like Erykah Badu, to like TLC. Like I like music, and it depends.
Okay, well, the names that you dropped, those are creative artists right there. From Puccini to Badu, TLC, those are creative. That's not just like super pop music or commercial music. That's some real artistry right there.
But I think when you are switched on to it, that's what it is, isn't it? Because whether it's like tasting a night of fine wine or listening to music, if you're turned on, you're awake.
Yes.
That's what you want, is the real vibes.
Oh yes, oh yes. That's why my one of the biggest things, if there's no music in my kitchen, I can't do what I need to do right. Yeah, for some reason.
Exactly. But it goes back to what we were saying about putting the joy in, because there are crappy jobs in every area of life, whether you're cleaning the toilet. You put some music on, and that's what I mean. So I have different music for different things. So if I'm doing housework and chores, especially if I'm having a bad pain day, if I put some 90s R&B on or some like whatever, it kind of helps because it gets you in the groove and it makes you can do more love in your heart. You can. You
get that energy, you get that vibe inside. It's time to get it on. Yes.
But
well, do you have a particular artist or a particular song that you may use on these days where you might be in some physical pain to help you get through? Anything specific?
Trying to think. Do you know, it really depends. There isn't one, because it's
not one particular.
There isn't one. It's like asking what my favorite flavor is. It's so mood dependent. There's there isn't one, because the other day I was feeling particularly heartbroken and I was really struggling, and I thought, okay, I'm going to have me some Beyonce, because I know she's going to, you know, elevate me and lift me, and it's girl power, and she's like not my normal go-to. But that day, she really helped.
That day it worked, huh?
It worked. And yesterday, it was the anniversary of my mum's passing, and she was a huge Joni Mitchell fan. So all day yesterday, it was all about Joni Mitchell. So it just, it depends.
So you were definitely in your feelings yesterday if you're playing that Joni Mitchell all day.
Oh my goodness, I really was. Big time.
All right, that's awesome. Okay, so now I know. One of the favorites is definitely Joni Mitchell.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to Mama. Thanks to Mama. Now, well, also I don't know if you watched all of the previous episodes, but every guest gets a left field question.
Yeah.
We're gonna go a little left field, right?
I'm
so
ready.
I know you're from the UK.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Green Street Hooligans?
No.
No. Okay, it's about football in the UK. And I guess you guys have some very extreme fans of football. And sometimes they can get into the streets after the games and before the games to get the fighting and carrying on.
There's a very specific mentality.
It was I hear. All right, let's say there's a big championship football game going on in your town, right? And you got all the firms. They're called firms.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
got all the firms. You got all the firms out there in the city, and the rumble's going to go down. It's going to be a big rumble. The only dish that's going to save the city is something from My Rude Food.
Oh, okay. Do you know what?
What are we going to give them?
It might actually be a curry.
My,
Because
I'm thinking
because
about your curry right now.
yeah, I don't know. It's hard because in that environment, street food is the obvious thing to go for. You know, like
Right.
okay, so that would be it. So one of the things I make is a really good tikka wrap. So you make a really simple flatbread with yogurt and flour, and then
Mm-hmm.
you marinate the spices on the chicken, and you can do it. You can make vegetarian ones as well really easily, or prawn. It doesn't have to be chicken, but you make it
Oh,
with like paprika and garam masala, and really marinate whatever protein you're
oh,
using, and then a yogurt mixed with dried mint in the wrap with loads of salad. And because there's so many layers and textures going on, and a lot of British people love curry flavors, and it's a
yeah.
unifying thing. And again, it's interesting because whatever firm you belong to, there's something unifying about somebody completely other. It's not it's not local to anybody's area. So I think the fact that it's so other could work in its favor.
Oh, that was very interesting, and you really dived, you really delved right into the whole mix of okay, I need to make it a street food. It's got to
Yeah,
be something good for any street events, and these rowdy folks from the firm.
yeah,
That's a good one. I like that, and I
yes,
think that would actually work. That would work for a rowdy firm right
I
there.
reckon.
I'm with you. I'm
Yeah,
with you. One thing that I keep hearing also is a big thing in the UK is you guys bake goods.
yeah.
I hear you guys are very good in the bakery over there.
It's interesting actually because the even the supermarkets here. So where I'm living now is a very small village, but and
Okay.
there's a local shop called the Co-op, and the Co-op is like, well, it's nationwide, but
Okay.
even they this just to do this amazing bread and amazing flapjacks and really
Really?
nice baked goods. So there's a sort of a base level for supermarkets like mainstream that you can just go in and buy where you can expect a certain quality, but
Hmm.
then if you get the really like the small independents who are putting, they've got the time, they've got the love, they've got the
Right.
family tradition, that's a
Yes.
different level, of course.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I would prefer in the States we call those like mom and pop shops.
Yeah,
You call them mom and pop shops. That's the place where you're gonna get authenticity. You're
yes,
gonna get love
yeah,
food.
yeah.
Real comfort food. And wow, over there it's called co-op. You said
Yeah,
right? You said co-op.
that's a branch of what. So you've got Co-op, you've got Waitrose, you've got Sainsbury's. All these places do a good level, but it's a
Okay.
base level. So
Right.
that's your basic of what's available here,
Hmm.
which is not bad at all.
No.
But
Right.
then if you go to, like you said, the mum and pop, it's a different. That's the high end. And I would
Yeah.
say, if you go into bigger towns, you've got like small independent shops that are selling really high quality, but still there's something about that mom and pop, like the really small independent, that are just
Yeah.
starting. They put so much care, so much attention. It's precious.
It's precious. It's precious. And I don't know about over in the UK, but in the States, it's a little rough for the mom and pop shops
Yeah,
owners
here
now.
too. Yeah,
Their prices, they gotta jack their
yeah,
prices. That's the
of
only
course.
way they can
Yeah,
make money.
yeah,
But you know what? I'd rather pay them.
yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. It's quality, not quantity. So have it
Right.
less often, but really give to those people and enjoy it, and then
Right.
it's soul food, isn't it? Because then it is
Exactly.
part of the whole collective, because you're giving to
Yeah.
them, your body's being nourished in a whole better way, and it's community. It's on every
Right.
level.
Right. And we have to support them. We
Yes,
we we have to support them more because
otherwise
I
we
would
lose.
hate. Right. We lose them, and then we lose that whole image of starting your own life, creating your own business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we lose the mom and pop, we're gonna lose so much.
Yeah.
So please, yeah, everybody who was hearting the video while we were talking about mom and pop, please always support your small local businesses.
Exactly.
Please, we gotta keep them alive. We have
to. Yeah.
But back to My Rude Food. I want to talk about the other name on your blog, the Alchemist, the Culinary Alchemist.
Yeah. So my childhood was what's the word to use? Unusual.
Unusual. Okay, we'll stick with that.
Okay, so single parent family. I don't know my dad. I'm the result of an affair. In my life, for various reasons, I've looked at it as having to be an alchemist, because what an alchemist does is take one set of factors and transmute them, transform them, alchemize them into something else. And I've got another account on Instagram called the Joyful Alchemist, which is where I share positive quotes, where I share inspiration about positivity, because my whole thing is, whether you're taking ingredients and alchemizing them into a dish, or you're taking positivity and alchemizing that into a mindset, which then can influence and share. I never know quite like what to call myself, but the closest assimilation I've got for what I do is I take pain, I embrace it and manage it as much as I can, and I transform that, and I do that with as many things as I can. I'm constantly trying to alchemize things into either a positive or a useful or a like functional way of being or gift to other people. It's just yeah. Does that make sense? I don't know if I answered that.
Absolutely. Okay. Because either way, what the way I see that is you're creating fuel.
Yeah.
You're taking all of that and you're creating fuel to gas up something that is just so much more and so bigger than you or I ourselves.
Yeah.
It's the fuel. You got to use that as fuel.
Yeah.
And
so
I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. The alchemy can be a thought process, or it can be the cooking itself, or it's so many things, but the whole thing is transformational.
I love it. Actually, that name was the reason why I started following you. It wasn't even the food pictures or anything at first. It was the name, because one of my favorite hip hop producers, he's a DJ Alchemist. That's his name.
I'll have to look him up.
Yeah, look, he's great. Real music, official music. Not too heavy on that rough stuff, but it's real good, creative, good beats, good music. Yeah, DJ Alchemist. He's good. He's good. Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna get a little. We're gonna bring this to the adult side, more adult side. You have a lot of male fans.
Do I?
You do. Now, I've talked about this before with another guest on the show. I want to get your outlook on it. You're from another part of the world, a different country from where I'm from. I would like to see how you go through those motions in your country.
Right.
So, let's say you run into one of your male fans on the street.
Right.
What is the proper way and the most respectful way to approach the conversation with you in person, not online? But this person wants to let you know that they know you online, and that's where they've seen you.
Okay. Yeah, I think to be direct. With me, anyway. I can only answer for me. But for me, I don't like shade. So in that respect, I don't like it if people don't come at me with don't start talking to me and then drop it in later on. Tell me direct from the beginning that you've seen my food, that you've seen my account, that you follow me, and just be really open. And as long as you're giving the right energy, I'm going to be completely open.
Okay.
It's about the intent. It's about I know you're not asking, but the thing that I find is the unsolicited pictures that you get. It's a food account.
On a food account, Nadia.
Sharing pictures of myself in like skimpy outfits or, you know, inviting a conversation, fine.
Right.
That would suggest that it was open for that. But when it's cauliflower cheese, what about my cauliflower cheese is suggesting to you, you know? I just...
No, so some people, I mean, look, I don't mind the openness of discussion. I really don't. I would prefer to openness, but sometimes, even for me as a man, I get some messages from females where I'm like, what is this person? Why is this person? What makes this person think I even talk like that? Like,
I know. No, I've had it from women as well. It's really strange, and I just assume everybody must get it because it's really, it's odd. When I started, it really blew my mind because I just, it kind of is so left field. It's like, what?
Right. Right.
You know?
Because you're not, I know you're not thinking about that. All you're thinking about is, let me see what these people are writing about my food.
Yeah.
Yeah. It goes from, oh, the broccoli looks so green and bright and steamy. Oh, that chicken looks juicy. Oh my God, you look so fabulous. I would love to see you on the beach. Hey, what happened? What happened?
I tell you what else is funny. The amount of princes there are on Instagram. So much royalty who want to talk to me.
So much royalty.
So much royalty, I mean.
Oh, and see, look. See, maybe they could fool some other parts of the world with that stuff, but they can't fool someone from the UK.
No. Yeah.
I mean, you guys see, what is it, Prince Harry? I forget the other. William. I forgot Prince William. You guys see them almost on a daily basis on your telly, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like y'all know who the princes is and who the princes aren't.
Well, yeah, and it's strange. And also the impersonations of celebrities and stuff that goes on. It's Instagram can be a weird place.
Yeah, very weird. I found out the rough way, actually. I got hacked. It was a while ago, but I was on, I was like you and a lot of us others in our food community, where on a daily basis, you're posting up your food or you're interacting on a daily basis. I went to log on one day. It wouldn't let me on. It was making me go through all these security things. I answered all my security questions. Still wouldn't let me on. So I gave up. Then I started getting notifications again. I went through the same security thing again, and it finally worked. I went on there. Whoever hacked me was from India, I believe. It was from India. Yeah. And they literally sent the same video of like this guy impersonating Prince to like every single friend on my account list. And I'm just looking, I'm like, what? People have nothing else better to do? Like, I have a food account, and at that time I had like maybe 400 or 500 followers. I'm like, why would you want to hack my account? Like, what?
No, it's strange, isn't it? Yeah. It is odd, the stuff that goes on. And especially because it's a food account. I've got other friends who've got accounts where it's more about themselves and they're promoting themselves, and I think I assumed that would attract more of a specific kind of audience, and I have had a lot of people say to me that I need to include myself more in my page because I'd get more followers and stuff, but I'm scared to do it because I don't want to invite more of that because I get enough already.
Listen, this is as personal I'm gonna get on Cheftorious is doing live videos. That's it. I do enough. I shouldn't even have posted a picture of my grandson, but I was just so proud.
So cute, though.
Yeah, thank you. I was just so proud of my first grandchild, so I posted that. I'm probably gonna take him down. Yeah. Because I don't want things to get awkward for him as he's growing up and just be out and about. Oh, I seen you on your grandfather's page. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to deal with weird people in this world, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, Instagram's no different to the rest of the planet, is it?
Right. Thank goodness we're normal.
Yeah, exactly. It's the others.
To some degree, we're normal to some degree.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this jewelry you have on. Every now and then I'm seeing your hand flash, and I'm seeing I'm seeing some bracelets. Talk to me about your jewelry.
So that's one of the other alchemies that I partake in, my creations. Yeah, so made all of those. And yeah, so yeah, I love playing with crystals and color and again texture and just building. And I'm hoping to get back into doing some craft fairs. I used to do a lot of pottery and ceramics, but because of my condition, it's hard for me to really use my hands for clay and stuff at the moment. But I'm hoping to get back to that. But at the moment, working with jewelry, because it's much smaller, it's a bit easier. Yeah, so I make lots of jewelry. Yeah, I do lots of sort of creative endeavors.
Do you sell any of your handcrafted jewelry?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I've just started doing that again. So I took a break for a while, but yeah, the divorce stuff is expensive, so I need to make some money. Yeah.
Well, at least you can laugh about it, and at least you smile. You know, you're seeing the alchemy.
That's it. You've got to find the joy. And I lose myself, you know, for all of the stuff that's been going on emotionally and all those challenges. Actually, when I'm cooking or when I'm making something or painting or whatever it is. I mean, when I moved here, I painted all the furniture and stuff because I was buying it all secondhand and then making it my own. And when I'm doing something like that, although the pain cost is high, the joy outweighs it, and I get lost. I get so involved in that. It's like, you know, people meditate and acts of mindfulness and all of those things. For me, creativity is that. It's my form of meditation. I do meditate as well, but actually there's something really nourishing to me about being creative. And if I can sell some of the stuff as a result, brilliant.
Yes, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. Do you have another page for your jewelry?
I'm about to. I haven't done it yet. The Joyful Alchemist that I mentioned has been all about sort of positivity and stuff, but I think I'm going to switch that up and start including some of my jewelry, because I've got a Facebook page for it called Enjoy, which is me. Enjoy, yeah. And yeah, so we'll see how that grows. But I'm working on a website, working on doing some fairs, and I want to bring it all together because I write poetry as well. So what I want to do is bring all of my recipes, everything into one place, so that Nadia Joy becomes this hub where there's...
It's the conglomerate. It's the enterprise of everything. It's the mothership of it all.
Well, that's the part. We'll see. Who knows? But it's
well, make sure at the end of the video you put in the links for your for the Positive Alchemist on Instagram and for your Enjoy on Facebook. Please do, because I'm definitely, you know, I'm a fan, so I'm gonna follow all your stuff. I didn't even know you had this other stuff, so that's great. But finally, we got a conversation outside of food, and now I'm gonna follow your other stuff because we're gonna blow that up too. I wanna support you any way I can. You've always been a great friend, and you're very positive. Now, okay, here we go. I got another one for you. What is your favorite hobby?
I've got a lot.
Yes, I know.
I mean, can I be sneaky and just say creativity?
Yes, because you can wrap wrap a lot of things around that. Exactly. Yes. Because
everything kind of, like the poetry, the pottery, the cooking, the upcycling furniture, all of it is creative. So that, I think, apart from nature, which also charges my batteries, like being in nature, being around nature, definitely for me feeds my joy. Creativity is the thing that, it's my favorite hobby for sure. Yeah, definitely.
You mentioned nature. A lot of the things when I see photos or I have conversations about United Kingdom, I don't hear much about wildlife or like natural views. No, I'm always hearing city. Yeah, right. Talk to me about the nature side of the UK.
Okay, so I've moved basically from Hertfordshire, which is where I was living when I was married, to Bedfordshire. both very country. They're both kind of garden, you know, they're both very green.
Very green.
Very green, yeah. But where I am now, I mean, I don't know if you can hear them. There's birds singing from dawn to dusk. It's incredible. In the garden, I get foxes, badgers. I had a pheasant, which is this massive bird that scared my 2 cats. They were like, "What is that?" Yeah, we get badgers on the side of the road as you're walking along or driving along. There'll be munkjack deers, which are these really small deers that just eating just at the side of the road. It's lovely. There's so much nature here, and and it's beautiful. And there's so much wooded areas where you can just like walk and just be in it, and the flowers. Oh my God, the flowers we have here, because it's so wet. Like the flora and fauna is vast and amazing, and lots of it's edible as well.
I did not think about that over there, about with all the rain and the moisture, about how your flowers and how your plants would grow.
Amazing. Yeah, it's beautiful. Wow. Yeah. So last month was sort of bluebell season. So if you went to the woods, you would just get a carpet of blue. It's just incredible.
All right, so you're the second guest with this amazing accent.
Okay.
We have a mutual friend, Miss Deanna.
Oh, I love Deanna.
Love Deanna. Love talking with Deanna because she has a New Jersey accent, and it's very distinguished. So in the middle of the last comment you were just talking, I'm gonna ask you to repeat one word for me because it just sounded so amazing. And besides the New Jersey, New York, Boston accent, the England accent is one of my favorites. It's one I try to mimic. I practice it on a daily basis. But please, can you say foxes for me one more time?
Foxes.
That sounds so great. Foxes. Foxes. Foxes.
One of my friends used to take the absolute mickey out of me because when they were talking about Jackass, the series, I always said Jackass.
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 Do you mean that television show Jackass?
It's crazy, yeah.
I love it. I love it. And thank you for being so humorous about it. I'm not trying to mock.
No, I know.
You know, I'm not trying to mock. I really love a British accent, and it's something my sister and I we've talked to each other in that accent since children because we're trying to perfect it. We're trying. We love it so much. One day we're gonna visit the UK just so we could say we was there and we heard it in our literal ear because we love it. And none of that because we love Jason Statham. So I mean,
what's not to love?
I was just talking about his acting skills.
Me too, obviously.
Obviously. Can you say that one more time too?
Obviously.
Yes. I love that. I love it. Now this one is a personal thing for me because I was always a fan. Is Princess Diana still revered? Is she still respected? Is she still mourned in the UK?
I don't know if she's still more, I mean, some people definitely, but she's still utterly revered, and you know, she's iconized.
Right. That's wonderful because I feel as though in the States, her whole aura is starting to diminish a little bit, and I'm like, no, we need more of that woman out there and her message.
Yeah. I feel like her boys really try and carry it on, and it's interesting because the press harked back to it when so with the Meghan stuff that came up, and the British press gave her such a hard time. It was horrible. But actually, and I'm probably going to get vilified for this, but I see a lot of similarities in the sense that Meghan is really trying to actually connect with people.
Yes.
And,
that's what a lot of us over here in the States start to see as well is that hoping and praying like she doesn't meet a same fate, or
Well, I think that's why they've separated so much, so that that doesn't happen, and so that they've got, it's awful what's happened. It's horrible, and I think, I don't know what's going to happen with the monarchy here. I wonder. I don't know. Who knows? It's a watch this space situation.
Always up in the air.
Yeah.
But I'm always believing that the numbers, the power is in us, the people. We have the numbers, we have the power. As long as we're acting accordingly, I think everything should be okay. I hope so.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Now, I need to know one more thing about your food before we go. I haven't even been keeping track of time, but
I've no idea.
Yeah, we're good time-wise. Usually I'm around about 50, 55 minutes. Okay. We're at 45 now, so no problem. I'd like to know about your dessert. What's your favorite dessert? Because I don't see you do dessert a lot. But I know
I'm not big on the sugar. But,
right. But I know you gotta have one that is up your sleeve.
No, I love desserts. But before I made the switch up, I was having a dessert every night. And so now it's balanced. But to make, my favourite dessert is, I make this roulade out of meringue. So I make the meringue and then layer it with cream, and I make chantilly cream. So it's got vanilla and a little bit of sugar in it. And then you can, with that, you can do whatever fruit you like, really. But I think my favourite is lychee, because I just love the texture and the But lychee with blueberry works really well too. I made my sister it for one Christmas because she requests it every Christmas, and I made her a raspberry roulade one year. When she was eating it, she said, "I want this at my wedding."
What are you doing to my wedding with this?
But yeah, I like baking as well. I mean, that is baking, but I mean more traditional baking. I like making brownies. I love making a crumble. We do lots of fruit pies over here. Cooking. Recently, one of my big time-saving things, but also trying to keep things healthy, is to make up a batch of chocolate chip cookies, freeze the dough, and then just slice off one to bake for myself. So I'm not doing a whole batch because I'm on my own.
That's a good way to keep yourself from cheating.
Exactly.
I love that, Nadia. I'm gonna start doing that because I'm so bad. And also, not to get off of your interview, but Deanna, get Deanna's cookie book. Get her cookie book.
She's so good. In fact,
my chocolate chip
I was really touched because she asked me for a recipe today, and I was like, the Queen is asking me for a recipe.
Yeah. No, she doesn't even hold herself in that high of regards as a baker.
She's incredible. I really rate her.
But she should. Yeah, she's a great baker. Yeah. And I purchased her cookie book. My chocolate chip cookies are like 10 times better now.
Yeah. I'm
using her tips. I won't give it away for free on the live, Deanna. Don't worry. I'm sending people to buy your book.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, a very inexpensive book. I think it was about $12, $13. And ever since I've been making my cookies with her tips, my cookies are softer.
Yeah.
She's wonderful. She's great.
Yeah, she really is. And she's exactly what we're talking about. She's somebody who really cares. She really puts the love in. And she's, it sounds a bit, I don't know, but I would include her in my Insta family, in the sense that she's somebody that's really just so approachable, so friendly, so kind, and just, I'm a fan.
Oh, absolutely. She's absolutely a fan. And she's a fan of ours as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
She knows about this interview because she's actually, I would never say she works for Cheftorious.
No.
She's a partner in a way. She helps out. She runs my social media accounts, my public relations. So I know she's watching now. Deanna, if you're watching, you are my public relations officer for Cheftorious, officially. Okay? Would you? I have an ambassador everywhere. If there's a place in the land I can't touch, I asked someone to be the Cheftorious ambassador. Would you be so kind to be the Cheftorious ambassador in Europe?
Absolutely. Yeah, sure thing.
Because you have thousands and thousands of other chefs and cooks that I need access to, and I would love to meet them and talk to them as well.
Yeah, let's make that happen.
Woo! Y'all heard it here. Miss Nadia, the great Miss Nadia, is the official ambassador of Europe for Cheftorious. If anybody would love to be featured on Cheftorious as well, and you're on Nadia's friend list, just reach out to her and say, hey, can you connect me with Sean over there in the States? And I want to be Cheftorious too. Yeah. That's awesomeness, awesomeness. All right, one more before I let you go. I appreciate you, and I know it's evening over there. You could be laying down sleeping or watching the Jason Statham movie. But I mean, you know, instead you're dealing with the poor man's Idris Elba on Cheftorious.
I mean,
okay. So I have just one more last thing. Now, how can I love the viewers and the fans. I want them to get one too, but I'm asking for me because I want one. I want the spoon with the My Rude Food inscription on it. Do you sell those?
No, I was gifted it.
Oh, that's a great gift.
Yeah. And so I've got an apron. I've got a work, like a chopping board and some spoons. And yeah, and I was gifted them. The spoons, actually, it's a company called Tuuli, Tuuli, and you can have anything made up, and they'll do it for you. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, they gave them to me.
Yeah, no, we got some Cheftorious merchandise gonna be coming out. And
excellent.
Excuse me. One thing I do want to do though, everybody who's been a guest on Cheftorious, somehow, somewhere, I'm gonna get you a Cheftorious apron.
Amazing.
When they come in. They're gonna be red, and it's gonna have the Cheftorious logo on top.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're gonna be great. They're gonna be great. And I did miss a question when you were talking about your chantilly. You make the authentic chantilly?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I try. I don't know, but yeah.
It's so hard to get that in the States, even though it's I've met other pastry chefs and other bakers who kind of claim that it's like it's an easy process and it's so simple. It's so simple. I don't think it's simple. I find it very delicate process to make a proper chantilly.
Yeah, it is delicate. Yeah. Yeah. But
see, I know what I'm talking about, you guys. Y'all heard it first, straight from someone out of the UK. It's a delicate process.
It is a delicate process. So I was really lucky in that my sister's dad is French, so we have different dads. He's French, and he'd worked in lots of French restaurants. So for a long time before he came into our lives, my mum didn't enjoy cooking. I mean, she did cook, but she didn't enjoy it. It wasn't her thing. And then I was already learning to cook. And then when I was 6, he came into our lives. And because he taught me how to cook a stock from scratch and how to make cream and fish pie with all the layers. And so I started, I'm an old lady now. I started really young. So I've been cooking all my life. So that's why I'm not intimidated by cooking things, but I do understand that some things require you to be quite butch and like hard, and other things you need to be delicate and like ladylike.
Yeah. Right. If we could say that. I mean, I don't want to offend any ladies out there. I don't want to like to use like ladylike. I don't.
No, you're right, but I can think of another word, but you know what I mean. Some things require you to be gentle, other things require you to be more aggressive with them. And you're right, that is a wrong statement to say that in gender terms, but you know what I'm saying.
I get you. And don't say you're old. You are not old. You are experienced. Once we pass 30, I say experience. I'm not even counting numbers anymore. Yeah. I don't say how old are you? I'm experienced.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, let's stop with the numbers.
It's true,
people throw too much attention at the numbers.
That's one of the good things, isn't it, about the way things are progressing? Like you just mentioned the gender thing. You're absolutely right to pull me on that, because the way things are progressing now, it's not about numbers, it's not about gender, it's not about those things. It's about who you are and what you bring into the table, whoever you are, whatever you're calling yourself. It doesn't matter. It really, I completely agree. Yeah.
Right. And like, I just said it out of respect for a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get
because sometimes my own female friends will check me sometimes after watching a show I did, and they'll be like, "Hey, you didn't have to say it that way." I'm like,
no, it's
you
so true.
know, you know me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you know me. I respect and love the ladies now. Mama raised a good one.
Yeah.
My mom would hurt me before any of you ladies hurt me over anything I said. My mom will cut my throat if I disrespect a woman.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. But I just wanted
No.
someone else. I didn't want someone else to feel some type of way.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Now, do you have? I'm sorry, I was that was supposed to be my last question,
That's all
but
right.
another question just popped up in my head. Do you have that sailor's mouth that a lot of people in the UK have? Because now, when you post and we have conversations, you seem like a very straight. You're very sophisticated and you're very knowledgeable and you're classy.
Yeah.
But
No.
I know I've been warned. I have a friend who lives in the UK, and when he visits the States, and I see him, we have these talks, and I've been warned. He's always told me, UK women are poison. Don't believe them. Don't believe them. They act all nice and beautiful and like they're Minnie Mouse when you first meet them, but as soon as the door closes, all the F-bombs
No.
and everything is the real potty mouth.
Yeah, I think it's more common over here for sure. And I definitely am guilty. Like if I'm angry, I don't get angry very often, but if I do, oh my God, you're going to know. It takes a lot for me to get there, but when I'm there, I have arrived.
She's arrived.
Yeah.
Everyone cover your ears.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, children, walk away.
I tell you who was funny was my mum, because my mum was incredibly petite, like at her absolute, you don't do it operating stone, I don't know what it is, but she was 8.5 stone at her absolute heaviest at 9 months pregnant, which is a stone lighter than I am now at her heaviest. Okay. And she was taller than me as well. So it sounds
light.
She was tiny.
Wow.
And very demure. She was a bit like what's her name? Can't remember her name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's an actress who she's a lot like. Anyway, really, really petite lady. And when she was inconvenienced in any way, her mouth, I'm not going to do an impression, but one day she walked into someone's house, a friend of hers, and just went, wah! And it was just hilarious because people didn't expect it. I know, people didn't expect it. But yeah.
Mom.
I know, but I was allowed to swear at home. And because I was allowed to swear, it wasn't a naughty thing. And so it wasn't as interesting. Same as if I'd wanted to smoke, I would have been allowed to smoke. So I've never been a smoker. I think because of, it's that thing. But yeah, it's a big thing.
It's one of those. If I can't rebel, I'm not doing it.
Well, that's it. When you're a kid, it's a bit like that. Yeah.
Oh man, speaking of kid, when I was a kid, my mom's watching. My mom, she watches every episode. And my mom, that's my baby. That's my sweetheart. Now, when I was a kid, we weren't necessarily allowed to curse, but when I became a certain age, it was okay to curse.
Yeah.
But not, for some reason, I can't curse when I'm talking to her.
Yeah.
If I'm talking to my mom, you better not curse.
But it's
my mom, she saw me curse people out and swear up a storm to everybody in the world. If I was to be talking to my mom and, hey, good morning, damn it. Oh, she'll slap all the black off my face. She slapped all the black off my face. Mama didn't play that nonsense.
No.
It sounded like your mom and my mom would have got along great back then in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Nadia. Is there anything else you would? Because you have a lot of your fans in here watching as well. I've seen some people that I could tell they were from your friend list. Is there anything you want anybody else to know, or anything else you would like to say? Any shout outs you would like to give? Any friends?
Shout out, yeah. One of my friends has just started a street food enterprise here, and it's called It's Bry Time. My friend has married a South African man, and Bry obviously is a South African way of doing barbecue, and they've just started this street food thing in Bedfordshire, and it's going to be huge, and I'm rooting for them, and give them a follow, give them a shout out. It's fabulous. So I'm really
yes, okay, and make sure you put their link under the video too. I'm gonna go follow them, and we're gonna support their page and support their business.
Brilliant.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Nadia. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You are wonderful. Big hugs, big
Thank
love,
you.
big positive energy.
Thank
All the
you.
way from the UK. You are wonderful, Nadia.
Thank you. So are you. Good to
I
properly
appreciate
connect.
you. Don't forget to put your links underneath because the followers that are not on your friends list, trust me, they're gonna come follow you. We trying to build each other up here on
Yeah.
Cheftorious, and that's what we're doing. Spread the love and build each other up.
Thank you so
Miss
much.
Nadia, yes, the UK, we did it. She's our official Europe ambassador, Miss Nadia. You will please put your food in the professional industry because your food is amazing.
Thank you.
You should have no problem making that into a wonderful, lustful career for yourself.
Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. It's brilliant.
All right, I appreciate you. We'll talk soon, and I hope to have an update from you very soon.
Good. Speak soon.
Cheers, Nadia.
Bye.
Peace out, Cheftorious, episode 17 with Nadia. Peace.